Hey everybody, welcome back. I'm Bob Lucido, and again, this is the Bearcat Training Camp. Let's start talking a little bit about personal growth today. I've been getting a lot of questions about how can I increase my success in my shares. I'm talking to X amount of people, but I'm only getting a little bit of connection. How do I increase that aspect of things? Do you have a script to help me share Shakeology? Is there some suggested language on how to do this or that or the next thing? And let me start right off by letting you know I'm not someone who believes in scripts. I never have, and I think I never will, because it's not about what you share, it's about how you share. It's about your level of enthusiasm, integrity, and connection with what it is you're sharing. So some secret language or some, artfully written script that may have all the right facts and figures is simply that, cold, hard facts and figures. And that's not the stuff that makes the heart connection. That's not the stuff that develops the trust and the relationship that allows for the possibility for connection to happen. And that's why I say this is the beginning of what we talk about when we talk about personal growth. Personal growth is the study that helps us move ourselves forward to become more open to, more available, more easy to connect with, so that those who we are sharing with have the opportunity to actually make that connection. And there's going to be all kinds of levels of that we're going to talk about, but what I want to talk about today, what I want to begin with today, are two things. Number one, you got to know what we are as coaches, and I think we've been talking about this all along. We're only here to share. We are here to share some amazing products and an amazing business opportunity that has somehow touched our own lives and changed our own lives for the better. And we're offering opportunity for others to have those same kinds of positive changes. And that's it. And once you really understand that and grasp that, sometimes we become a coach and we're treating our business like a business, and we bring in these different ideas and we're pushing for a certain number, and we become exactly what we said we didn't want to be in the first place, and that's some kind of salesperson thing. That's not what we are. Remember when I was talking about the funnel of our business and we talked about sorting, not selling? Well, this is one of the places where that comes in. And it's going to come in, the first level is that you're going to allow yourself to be sorted. And that means that you're going to release your attachment to any outcome and just get out there and be a servant to those who need what it is that you have to offer. That sort of humble servant idea really does embody the mindset that you want to take out there in your shares. Be truly interested and invested in getting some results for somebody else. Make that your job, because it is your job. Quite simply, your job is not to get Success Club points. Your job is not to reach a certain rank. Your job, which by the way is also the very thing that's going to drive your success forward, is to get out there and help people get some results. Help people get results that they're looking for by matching them up with one of the amazing products that we have to offer, or the incredible business opportunity that we have to offer, or maybe both, or somehow figuring out the mixture of what it is that's going to get that person the results that they're seeking in the areas where they are seeking it. And that's it. And when you go out there with that intent, something magical will happen, and that is that some walls will start to come down. Some walls will start to come down, and your sharing exchanges will become more real, and you will have more opportunity for further connection. And that's how we increase those numbers, is that we get better at making the connection. We get better at building a relationship faster. we get better at developing the trust that's required for those walls to come down to allow the connection. And it starts with our true connection and our true commitment to be dedicated 100% to creating results. You know, and if you can just sort of think about that as a Beachbody coach, that's what you are. You got this little magic wand that you're going to bring out in the world, and you're just looking for people who you can wave that magic wand over and help them get the results that they're looking for in health, fitness, or the building of wealth. And we're looking for the ones who are looking for that and willing to have the engagement with us that we may actually be able to wave that magic wand and bring those results forward for them. All right? So that's the beginning of personal growth, is simply understanding why we're even talking about that. Well, that's why we're talking about it. Because the goal in these shares and the secret sauce that makes those shares move forward and actually have some glue and actually create some connections is your ability to get in there and create that space of trust and relationship building and connection so that can actually happen. And we get better at doing that by going through the personal growth exercises that are most appropriate for us along our own journey in the creation and continued betterment of our relationship skills, our communication skills, our connection skills, all of that fun stuff. Here's where it starts. It starts with belief. And in my humble opinion, there are 3 layers of belief that you have to lock in to really become successful at sharing what it is that we have to share, because that's what's going to allow you to make those connections. It's not a script, it's not some facts and figures, it's not memorizing the ingredients of Shakeology and all the scientific aspects of them. It's your personal belief in what you're sharing. And your belief, by the way, may be driven by the fact that you have studied all the ingredients in Shakeology and you do have some understanding of the scientific reasons why it's an amazing thing that you want to have in your body. Okay? But that's not necessarily the stuff you're sharing with the brand new prospect who you're just introducing this to today. More importantly, have you developed the belief so they're going to see and feel that belief, which opens the door to trust, which opens the door to the ability to connect, and for this person to take the step and say, yeah, I'll try that. That sounds interesting. That might be something for me. But see, it was all linchpinned on your belief. The facts and figures and all that may have been important to you to build the belief. They weren't important for you to share in your very first exposure and introduction with somebody about Shakeology. And that's a really key thing to catch. And the cool thing is that belief, it's kind of like a muscle. You know, if we say, I want better biceps, right? Okay, I'm going to start doing some more curls and I'm going to get, different directional, and there's a way I can do that. Okay? There's a way you can build your belief too. And step number 1 is belief in the products. And one of the things that you can do is just what I just said. Get in the FAQs and start learning about Shakeology, start learning about the science behind our programs. It's all there available for you. It's all broken down for you. There's all kinds of tools and resources in our online office and in our various websites that we use to educate our customers and prospects. You should start there too. Have you gone to myshakeology.com and watched through everything that's on that website? You should. It will help drive your belief and understanding in what Shakeology really is. Have you been into the Ultimate Reset website and really studied what that thing is? That's an amazing program. But you can't share that with anybody until you know that and you believe that. It's one of the reasons why we say be a product of the product. Try our products. Every single time a new fitness program comes out, I try them. I may not do the whole 30, 60, 90 days of every single program, but I've tried every single one, so I have some understanding and connection and belief, so that when I'm sharing, it's the belief that comes out. Okay? Another way you can drive your belief, build that belief muscle, on the products, get yourself familiar with the success stories. I mean, the Beachbody Challenge success stories, the product success stories are amazing. Get in there, connect with them. You know, connect with the ones that connect with your emotional core. Again, driving the belief, educating yourself. What are the stories that make you cry? Maybe it's not the 200-pound weight loss. Maybe it's the person that got off of a certain set of meds. Maybe it's the person that their physical transformation led them out of depression. Maybe it's any number of the amazing stories in the success stories section that we have. It's one of the reasons why we have them. We're helping to catalog those things so that new customers can develop belief and understanding in what it is that we're sharing. What about us as coaches? You know, I can't believe how many coaches I talk to who have never even looked in the success story section of our website. Come on, folks, use that stuff. It's not about a script. It's about connecting with your heart, understanding and learning and familiarizing yourself with what is happening to people's lives when they're using our products. Okay? Driving success. And then, of course, being a product of the product is always going to be the best thing for driving that home. Create your own success story. And it doesn't have to be, I lost 200 pounds, or I got off of this med, or I did that. It might be, I feel better. It might be, I lost 5 pounds. It might be, I gained 5 pounds or 10 pounds of muscle, and I feel better than I ever did before. Doesn't matter what it is, but get your own personal connection. Okay? Because that level 1 of belief in the product is so important, and it really is the easiest one to build. I mean, let's face it, the things we share are so amazing that it's easy to educate yourself on that. And don't leave out the business opportunity. Remember, that's one of the products that we share is the opportunity for people to build their own business and do what we do. Okay, so get in there and read the coach success stories too. Again, driving belief and understanding and education, self-education in what it is that you're sharing. That's one of the products you need to be sharing, the business opportunity. In my personal opinion, it's the most powerful to drive life change. And I'm somebody who, I was a success story of a product. I was a monthly $1 million body contest winner many years ago. I lost 70 pounds using P90X at 42 years old. The products is really what brought me in here, belief in the products because of what it did for me in my life. But that just opened the door for me, because becoming a coach and being able to partner with this business, being able to partner with what's going on here and build my own business has been way more life-changing. Don't forget, that's one of the products you have to share. Build your belief and understanding in that one too. Make sure you're talking to the coaches on your team. Make sure you're familiarizing yourself with all the coaches who are having success on all levels. And that's just not about who's in the Millionaires Club or who's 15-star Diamond no, it's who made Diamond this month. It's, oh my God, this brand new person came in last week, they're Emerald already, and she's already making $200 a month and making her car payment with this business. All those are important. And in fact, it's usually the more tangible, the $1 million Millionaire Club story is, okay, if I can really be in here for 3 to 5 years, and although I all want you to know and believe you can make that, I also know that that's a harder one to connect with. And when you're connecting with a brand new person looking at this for the very first time, make sure that you have a good understanding of all the different levels of success and that you've actively engaged in the celebration of all of them, so that you have made an emotional connection with all of them. And when you share that, it's going to come across. And that's what people are going to be attracted to. That's what people want to be part of. And heck, that's what we're inviting them to be part of, right? I'm not focused on a sale. I'm focused on getting somebody a result. And hopefully that result is going to excite them enough to want to be part of what we're doing and continue to be part of what we're doing, to continue to live the Beachbody lifestyle, to continue to use Beachbody fitness programs and nutritional supplements and potentially even participate in the business opportunity. Okay? So that's number one. Number two, step number two in the belief is belief in the business itself, belief in the company that you're partnered with. Again, you got to do some research. You know, I mean, if you're doing a business opportunity presentation, you may want to use some of those slides that show the growth of Beachbody since the beginning. You may want to show some of those slides and graphs with the success line of coach growth and the growth of the network, right? But more importantly, you should be looking at those things so that you have a deeper understanding and a deeper belief of what it is that you're part of, you know? And some of the ways that you build that muscle, that level of belief, is you get to the events, you make it to the Super Saturdays, so you get connected with your bigger regional group, you find out who Beachbody is and what it is that you're part of. Because it's bigger than you, it's bigger than your sponsor, and you can't really get an understanding and a belief until you start participating. That's why we say it's so important to get to Summit. That's why you hear over and over and over again, the turning point for me was when I got to Summit. You know, that's part of my personal story, and it's just true. And you hear it from person after person. Why? Because when you get to those things, you get on the Success Club trip, you get into the events, you get to Summit, you get to those places, and what happens is you get to participate in the bigger picture. You get to be part of what this thing really is, and you get to see and experience, you know, who the corporate leaders are and what they're doing and pouring into this business, what this mission is that we're creating together, this collective business that is also a mission to make some real positive life change, you know, end the trend of obesity in this country and eventually in the world, right? Help people help themselves to live fulfilling lives and reach the goals that they're setting for themselves, right? Those are the things that drive what we're doing as coaches, and they're only slogans until you get yourself connected and drive the reality of what that stuff really is, okay? So belief in the business, belief in the products, and then the final one, and here's where I'm going to come right back around full circle into the opening of the personal growth chapter here, and that is you got to have belief in yourself. You got to know you can do it. And let me tell you right now, you can do it. Everybody can do it. Not everybody will do it, right? There's no guarantees, but everybody can do it. It's all up to you. And this final piece of the belief structure is really, it's the linchpin, it's the big one. You gotta believe in yourself, and that's where diving into personal growth, that's where getting involved in a training group like this, that's where getting a success partner, becoming a team player, bringing accountability into what you're doing are all so important, because those are the things that drive belief in yourself. And once that one clicks, once you get going with that one, there's no stopping you. There's no stopping you. It's like the little kid learning how to ride the bike, right? It's you're going back and forth and you're wobbling and scared to death. But once that pedal turns for the first time, and once you're really up and going, you know, have you ever helped a kid learn how to ride a bike? This smile is as big as you can possibly imagine, because there's this euphoric feeling of, I got this! And they're balancing and they're, boom, driving down the road. It's the same way with the belief in yourself piece. Once you just start doing a couple little things, you start to bring that bike into balance. You get in line with the daily disciplines. You complete a week, you complete 2 weeks. You've touched base with your success partner 2 weeks in a row, 3 weeks in a row. You're in your little accountability group and you're reporting in on what you're doing. All this time, you're showing yourself. You're proving to yourself that you can do this. Every single month that you stay on pace, on that pace that I laid out, you're proving to yourself that you can do this. You're building the muscle of belief in yourself. Every month you hit Success Club. Every month you bring in those 2 to 5 business partner coaches. Every 90 days that you're ranking up. Every step that you take completing one of those pieces that we've laid out, as the pace to success. You're driving success. You're driving belief in yourself, which is driving success. So you're driving yourself forward. And that's where we begin personal growth. We're going to talk about personal growth a lot. It really is the key ingredient that makes the difference between being able to kind of be mediocre or really attaching and taking off. Because what we're talking about is connecting with others, building community of like-minded people, partnering together, and building success together. Let's face it, this is a team sport. Nobody wins here as an individual. It's a team sport, right? And team sports require a team. I don't care who you are. I don't care, if you're the greatest football player that ever lived. If you get on the field and you're all by yourself against a team of 11, then it really doesn't matter who that team of 11 is. You're losing, okay? This is the same thing. This is a team sport, and you become a better team player, a better team facilitator, network builder, team builder, as you continue to grow in that area of personal development, of what we call personal development. Developing the skills and strategies that have been proven to drive success in this kind of a business, and that's where it's going to start for you. And then it's going to skyrocket off to who knows where, because it's different for everybody. It's personal growth. It's going to be personal to everybody. But I want to start off here today planting the seed of a place for you to start. Building your belief in what it is that you're doing right here with this business opportunity and your why that you started with back in the beginning. Let's bring those things together and start working on developing the muscle of belief, the 3 layers of that muscle that we just talked about, and bring the glue into your sharing so that you do start seeing more connections. You do start seeing more relationships building. You'll see it in your sharing with customers and prospects. You'll see it in the connection, the cohesion of the coaches on your team, and you'll see it as the beginnings of what will become your organization and your team in the future. All right, thanks for being with us. See you next time.